Hello, Lamer Gamers. This is Simply Travis and
Rowdy 5000.
And today we are going to be talking about the new upcoming game, Animal Crossing.
New Horizons.
Oh, yeah. And, well...
Hey, hang on a second, man. I'm getting a lot of static.
What's going on?
On the recording.
It smells like sea salt.
You hear that noise? Hang on. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I think we're losing it.
Oh, no. What's going on?
Hello, Lamer Gamers. This is Loyal Historian and
Great Ape.
Today we have hijacked the podcast from Simply Travis and Rowdy 5000 to tell you about a trip we're going to be taking. We'll be flying on Dodo Airlines to a deserted island where we'll start our new lives. A life filled with crippling debt thanks to Nook Inc. We'll be designing, crafting, and fracking this island to absolute perfection. From building houses to collecting fossils, we'll be talking about all the things in Animal Crossing New Horizons we're excited about. We'll also talk about our first experiences with Animal Crossing and how we stole our husband's systems so we could play. So, I guess it's time we get started. Cue the music. Out by thanking Relax Media for hosting this podcast and for helping us spread the Lamer Gamer message. And on that note, we'll start at the beginning. So, how did we get started with Animal Crossing? April, you want to go first?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Or Grape Ape?
Grape Ape. How I got started is Rowdy was showing me how, he downloaded the new game, Leaf, at that time on his DS, and he was playing it. I'm like, that actually looks like fun. And that was the first time I ever felt like a video game looked like fun, unlike when I was a kid when playing Rampage.
Mm-hmm.
And the cute characters actually drew me in, especially the cat characters. I love cats. And I felt like it was not going to be stressful. Like, I felt like other games I've seen Rowdy play. Like, I'm like, that's just too stressful for me to even think about playing. When I come home, I want to not be stressed out.
I completely agree.
Yes. And so I borrowed his DS for a few days.
Isn't that how it always goes?
And I didn't realize, like, how agitated he was that I had his DS until he saw that I received a gift card from our wedding shower for Toys R Us, or Babies R Us, because the person thought I was having a baby.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a big mix-up.
Yeah. Wedding and babies. Same thing, right? No. And he was like, hey, let's go to Toys R Us and get you a DS. I'm like, okay, I didn't even think about using it for that. He's like, yes. Yes, let's do this.
So I can get mine back.
So I can have mine back. And so we went, bought the game, bought the DS, and haven't stopped playing Animal Crossing since. And I guess it was like a few years later, they came out with Happy Home design.
Mm-hmm.
I got that. He bought me like tons of amiibo cards and some amiibos for it.
Oh,
and
I've seen the amiibo collection.
Yes.
I think Rowdy 5000 has a problem.
Well, we bought even more amiibos a couple weeks ago.
Oh, no.
For the new Animal Crossing. They're displayed nicely on our coffee table.
I will say that. I like how you'll have them like tiered, and it's
these are
looking.
out of the case.
Oh,
these
okay.
are on our table, like ready to be used once we get the games in.
Awesome.
Yes. And let's see. And I've been playing Pocket Camp since, I don't know, when was that released? November 2017?
Yeah.
I think so.
Probably.
And I've been playing it since, like, I played it today.
Awesome.
Yes. So how did you get started playing with Animal Crossing?
I'm not much of a gamer. I definitely wasn't. I think other than like Nintendo 64, that had been my previous console, And even then, my father bought it for me for Christmas, and it ended up being like because he wanted it. You know? But you know, I still liked my 007 GoldenEye and all. But yeah, Travis, I think we were dating at the time. Yeah, and it was Christmas, and Travis already had like a DS, and he always played it. And so for this particular Christmas, he's like, "Ta-da! Here's a DS." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." I mean, of course, I played it up better than that, but at the time, I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, I don't really play a lot of games. Like, am I actually going to use this? But he was super excited, and he had like Nintendogs, and then he had Animal Crossing. And little did I know that was going to become an obsession. So, yeah, that's how I first got introduced to Animal Crossing, because he's like, "Do you know what this is?" No, never played it before. Never? No? Well, it's kind of like Harvest Moon. I don't know what that is. He's like, "You don't know what Harvest Moon is?" No, I'm sorry. So he's like, "No, you're going to love it." And sure enough, I did. All the animals, like you said, they're super cute. And, you know, you're able to interact with them, and then all the different things that you can do within the game. It was a lot of fun. So he bought me the DS and my first Animal Crossing. But I didn't do the HHD like you were talking about.
Oh yeah, I had to buy a special attachment for it to scan in the amiibos and everything for my DS.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
And I did play Pocket Camp for a little while, but then I started to play it too much on my phone when I needed to be working. So I deleted it for my own good. It was just too tempting to do it anywhere and everywhere. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the favorite parts of the game, like characters, features, and stuff like that. I had to collect everything under every category. I had to achieve every achievement in that game. I was absolutely obsessed.
I wonder
with
how
it.
many hours that took.
It took a few years.
Yeah.
And designing my house with different themed rooms. Like each room had its own theme in my house, and I think I only got like what was it, a feng shui achievement in my top room, the second level room.
I don't even think I got that.
That was my only room that I was like feng shui, balance, and everything. And I'm like, how did I do that? I didn't even do it on purpose.
Yeah, designing was one of those few things that I didn't get into. There were some items that I knew I was trying to collect, but otherwise it was like, that wasn't my main focus. But
I think it was only my main focus for that one room, I guess. And then, like, I loved all the cats and all the grumpy characters. They were my favorite because they would just say, like, the most rudest thing that an Animal Crossing character can say. And I was like, "You're hilarious."
Be my bestie.
Yes. And I loved going to the Shampoodle area. And once I found out, like, what I could say to get my purple hair, because I would love to always have purple hair.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you knew I had purple hair. That's
remember.
right.
There used to be a couple of Aprils within the art department, and so anytime I was talking about an April, and they're like, "Which one?" The purpled hair April.
and I was like, I couldn't. I was like so over the moon about having purple hair in real life and in Animal Crossing. And let's see, I like the seasonal events, like. What is it? I forget the name of the different characters.
I do too.
Yeah, I'm just like, it was the Rudolph one, and I like doing all the seasonal events and activities, and traveling to the island to get the different fruits. Oh my gosh, I was so excited when I was able to do that. I forget if it was just like an add-on to it, or if it was something that. They just eventually, like, you had to achieve something to get to the island.
Yeah, on the New Leaf, I think you had to achieve something, but that was something that was built into the game, and then you had to get to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and figuring out the best gifts for birthdays and figuring out different things to do in your town to achieve goals. Well, I had a website that I was obsessed with. I not only was I playing on my DS, but I also had my tablet out on this website, Thonky, THONKY, and they had everything you could achieve and how to achieve it, and every little detail about the entire town and characters. I was obsessed with this
That's
website.
awesome. See, I never thought to do that.
I did.
No, it's a really good idea. I ended up doing that with Stardew Valley, but at the time I did not think about doing that with the
I think they
Animal
had
Crossing.
other games on their website, but
Yeah.
Crossing New Leaf was on there. I'm like,
Yeah.
yes,
That's
jackpots.
awesome. I guess some of mine was, there were definitely certain characters that I liked best, and it usually ended up being the dog characters, which that makes sense for me.
Yeah, that does make
Yeah.
sense for you.
But I don't know. I didn't care too much about the way I looked or the way the inside of the house looked, but there were certain, like, I guess, items that I really liked. For instance, when you get to meet the otter, and then
yes.
So I tried to collect all of those, like, old antique ship, items and put those in my house. I really liked that. And
See, when I met the otter, he scared me. At first, I was not expecting him, and so I basically told him to go away. Because I'm like, who are you? And then I looked up on Thonky. I'm like, oh, I should not tell him to go away next time I see him. So I can collect all those items.
Yeah, I would keep going out into the ocean, just hoping he would pop up again so I could get the items. It took a long time. But, I think my favorite part was going to the island, like you were talking about. I just loved it because then you could go and catch all the different bugs and catch different fish, and then I'd go back and sell them for a whole bunch of bells. And that's definitely fishing is one of my favorite things to do in the entire game. I don't know why. But trying to collect all the different fish and bugs and all of that, I think that's probably my favorite thing to do, is trying to get those. Yeah.
Okay. So, least favorite part of the game. What was your least favorite part of the game?
Oh, man. I mean, there's so much that I liked that it kind of overshadows the stuff that I didn't like. But I guess occasionally, like, if there was a character that annoyed me, and I can't even think specifically of which characters it was, but they might just have a catchphrase or something that would just drive me nuts.
There was an ostrich that I didn't like.
Yeah, I seem to
I
remember
forget
not
the
liking
name
the ostrich
of that
either.
ostrich, but I'm like, I don't like you. You're rude and not in a funny way.
Yeah. So I would just, like, ignore them or try to figure out ways to make them move.
I would always hit them with my shovel.
I don't think I ever did that. That's a good idea.
Did. Especially after saying something like absolutely rude to me that was uncalled for. I'm like, well, I'm gonna hit you.
But I would definitely, like, write letters to the other ones and leave those specific characters out, hoping that maybe it would get around somehow. I know that it's just electronics, but, the AIs would talk to each other or something.
Right, because you couldn't write a mean letter to them because they would just perceive it as a positive letter because of the way the game is set up.
Yeah. So.
I've tried.
That's funny. Yeah, that was the main thing. Also, the having to wait for items in the store, I'm not patient on that. Like, there would be specific things that I was really hoping would just show up, and then they wouldn't, or it would take so long. That always annoyed me. And then I would, like, start to collect a certain type of item, and in the end, I would just give up on it because I would forget to go certain days, or I had just kind of forgotten about it, about trying to stick with that theme, and by then I got sidetracked and picked some other theme.
Yeah.
So yeah, the stores, I don't know, that bugged me a little bit, but I guess that's about it. Other than, like, the one time that I forgot to save, and
I do that a couple times.
And Rossetti showed up.
Yeah.
So I mean, I like Rossetti, as he's cute, but not whenever I'm losing my data.
Yeah.
What about you? What's your least favorites?
Okay. Well, I had a few. Let's see. When you would have bad days, of course, I would hate having a bad day.
Oh yeah,
It would like ruin, like it would make me not want to play.
I forgot
to
about
a point
bad
I
days.
wouldn't want to play that day. I'm
Yeah.
like, well, tomorrow's another day. So
Guess I'm not playing.
I'm not playing today because it's going to suck.
I forgot about those.
And then if you try to go shopping and it's too late, they've closed down.
Yes.
So if you were me and still wanted to go shopping, I would completely alter the time on my DS.
Yeah.
And then just be able to shop again, and then after I was done shopping, just bring it back to my time.
Yeah, I did that
Oh yeah.
often.
Often because I was at the time I would stay up late and I was sleeping and it's like
Yeah. College hours.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, college hours, but I wasn't in college anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like I'm not dealing with this. So I'm just gonna alter time.
Then I hated it because then I'd forget that I planted some turnips or something, and then all those turnips would be bad.
Oh, I never did the turnip thing. It was
Yeah.
just
Oh no!
Yeah.
I was really bad at the turnip.
I was bad at
markets.
the turnip
Yeah.
market, yeah. So I'm like, I don't want any of your turnips, lady. Being stung by the hornets. And you don't have enough meds. Like if you didn't like prepare, like I learned in advance to buy while they had it in the store. Always have an extra set of meds on you. And if you get stung by hornets, don't talk to anybody and don't take your meds until after you shook all the trees.
Yes, I did learn that lesson.
Yes.
But for the most part, I just didn't do the meds. I would just have the horrible face and try not to talk to people.
I hated but then I'm like, I need to talk to this person.
Yeah.
Ugh. You have to be reminded every time you spoke with someone, like, oh, you've been stung by the hornets. So like, yes, I know. I'm the one that got stung by the hornets. I know. And let's see, redesigning interior of house and get a surprise visitor from a neighbor. Can't ignore them. They walk right in without being invited in. And then you're like, I just want to decorate my home without you being here, but I'm actually about finished and I need to leave. And I would leave while they were still in there. They're like, oh, are you leaving? I'm like, yes, I'm leaving.
See, I
Get out of my
completely forgot
house.
about that. Yeah. Oh man.
Did you have anything else to add?
Yeah, I forgot pulling weeds. I forgot that I hated that.
Oh yeah, you go a few days without showing up and you have to go pull the weeds.
Took forever.
Yes.
And then the other thing was the storage space in my pockets for the inventory. Just, it would fill up way too quickly, and you'd have a whole bunch of one item and you can't stack. Like, that always drove me crazy.
Yes. And eventually you would have to I would collect all the fruit I could. And then I was just collecting them to sell them.
That's what I did too, yeah.
And then I would have to stop what I'm doing, go inside, sell them, come back out, collect more. It's just this is annoying. I just want to collect all of them and then go sell them and be done with it.
Yep. Well, so I guess we're gonna take a quick break and we'll be back. All right. So let's talk about the new game. When you first heard that Animal Crossing was going to come out with a new game, what were you thinking, or how did you react?
I was like, yes, finally. I've been waiting forever. I've been like supplementing Pocket Camp, which Pocket Camp on its own is pretty good, but is not the same as an actual Animal Crossing game.
Yeah, and with Pocket Camp, some of it drove me crazy. Like having to wait. I you'd like try to update something and it's like it will be done in 12 hours. And it's like, okay, well,
Oh, like
yeah,
the different
the
things
tents
in your
or the
camp. Yeah.
And that drove me crazy because there's not a whole lot to do all in one day, and then it's like, but I want more Animal Crossing. Like, give me more. And
Yeah. I have to wait now. I'm done for the day.
Yeah, yeah. But I was super excited. Travis, I think I got home and he's like, "There's a new direct you want to see," and then Animal Crossing shows up. I'm like, yes. Yeah, I'm super excited. I've been waiting.
I think we've all been waiting, all four of us, especially you and I.
Yeah, I was about to say I know the Travis is excited, and I'm sure Rowdy is too.
Yes,
but they just don't have the same.
And I think they were more excited for us that
True.
it was coming out.
Yeah, that's true.
So in the direct, it was saying something about the deep dive, and it was like details of the art inside of it. Did you notice like all the like intricate details?
Oh yeah,
shadows and everything.
Yeah, even with some textures and stuff. Visually it looks very nice.
Yes, it does. And that was you actually see more details on the fish and the bugs. And I'm like, can I actually see eyeballs on these things? Like on the bugs?
Oh, I didn't even.
I think you may be able to.
Maybe.
Yeah, I was just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe. Like, we can actually see even more detail in this game. And it's still, like, this cutesy art style. And see, you can choose your different hemispheres in the map.
I did see that. That's really cool.
Yes.
I'm sure I'll still keep the northern hemisphere, but that's really nice.
Yeah, I will
wherever
too.
you live, it will go along with your actual
Unless you just want a perpetual season to happen year round, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
You pick your two favorite seasons and just stick with it. I don't know if you'll be able to switch back and forth.
Oh yeah, that's a good question.
I don't know if you'll be able to switch back and forth between hemispheres. Let's see, and it's releasing around Easter?
Yeah, March 20th is the release, which I think I mentioned to you. I was upset hearing the date because
yeah, because we're both on spring break right now, aren't we?
Yeah,
both of us.
And the fact that it was coming out on spring break, but on the Friday of spring break, and I'm not gonna have all of spring break to play it.
Yeah,
that upset me because now I'm like, oh, I only get 3 days of no sleep playing the game.
Yes, exactly. I don't think I can go with no sleep, Robin. Maybe you can.
Well,
I fall asleep on the couch watching stuff. I don't know if you do.
I do too, sometimes, a whole lot. But I think Travis can tell you that every now and then, whenever I get immersed in a game, he just has to take it from me. He's like, nope, you're done for now. You'll get it back after you sleep.
Okay, you're going to be able to use leaves and weeds for selling or building. I can't remember which one.
Well, I don't know about the leaves, but I did see that picking weeds, you can sell them. Because they were getting like 160 bells for the weeds. And I'm like, yes!
Finally something for them.
Right, because it was just like,
all
pick
that
a weed,
hard work
pick
for
a weed.
nothing.
I know, it just disappears.
I'm like, it could just look like crap, okay? Come
exactly.
on.
That's basically what, but now I can earn money from it, so I will definitely be weeding more. That's awesome.
You're get to be able to choose your campsites, like wherever, like even on the beach.
I know.
Yes. I'm like, so if you want a beach tent, you can. And like, you couldn't build anything on the beach before.
I remember wishing that there was just even a bench or something at the beach.
Yeah.
And you couldn't put anything there. So I know I was thinking about that, and I'm trying to decide, like, do I want to be close to a river so that I can fish there, or do I want to be on the beach so I can just go directly out and fish? But yeah, I've been trying to figure that out myself. But that is awesome.
See, if fishing was my thing, I would want ocean fish because you get more money.
That's
for
true.
Them. That's just me.
Yeah, that's very true. So I'll probably end up on the beach, or at least very close to it. But I also thought it was cool that we were talking about picking where you can set up your tent or your house, but the animals also. Yes, you get to decide where they go, which is awesome because an animal would come in the previous games, and then it would just put down a house wherever it wanted to. I'm like, but this is where I walk. Like,
yes, you're like, no. You need to leave.
Yeah.
You need to go. How can I make you leave?
Shovel. Well, bam. I wish I had thought of that.
It didn't work.
But it makes you feel better, right?
It did make me feel better. And see you get to choose the animal's campsite. You get to choose your campsite. You get to craft items like in the first Animal Crossing.
Yes.
Like not New Leaf, the other, I forget the other one was called. I briefly dabbled in that one.
See, I didn't play any of them except the New Leaf and then the Pocket
Well,
Camp.
see,
I didn't know there was crafting in the old one.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Rowdy introduced that to me. And I was like, I was trying to supplement while I was waiting for this Animal Crossing to come out.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't as good or as satisfying as New Leaf or even Pocket Camp for me. I was like, I'm not too great on this. But it did have like great aspects, like being able to craft your own tools and all that.
Okay. That's awesome. I like that. That was one of the things in the direct, and even I think they showed it prior in some of the ads that crafting was going to be able to be used, which
Yes.
I was super excited about, because I know I mentioned Stardew Valley a lot, but that was one of the things that I really liked in Stardew, that it had that aspect, so you could make your own materials and not have to worry about going and buying things, and plus you get to decide then, what it is that you're making.
Yes.
So I think it's neat that you can actually collect the materials, and that it gives you extra stuff whenever you're like chopping down a tree and stuff, or hitting on the top of a rock, and then you get some ore.
And you can craft like your own furniture and put your own design on it.
I know, I saw that.
Right? Yeah.
And since we're both, art people, I was thinking about that too. I'm like, oh, I can come up with all sorts of neat little things.
I did too.
Yeah.
I was like, yes.
Just more hours to be spending.
You can actually get a group together on one island.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I'm more of a solo type person.
I know. I'm not sure how I feel about this. Like,
I do want to try it out just to see if maybe it'd be interesting, but I'm more of a solo person. I don't want to be on a team for anything.
I think it's going to be neat, because I like the idea that I can play with Travis, and I was always trying to boost Travis anyway, because I'd be way ahead of him in everything dealing with Animal Crossing. And
yeah,
so,
I noticed that the same thing with me too. And Riley would complain about something on the game. I'm like, well, why don't you just do this, and this? He's like, I didn't know I could do that.
Yeah. So like he'd still be in his first house, and he hasn't expanded or something, or he hasn't paid it off. So I've got all these bells, so I would just be like mailing things to him, or trying to I'm trying to remember if that worked. Bury the money so he could dig it up later. I don't know.
I think they could dig stuff out of your
Yeah. So I was trying to figure out
ground.
ways that I could like sneak him money and items to make it work, and supplementing him.
You're so much nicer than me. Oh my gosh. I didn't even think about that. I'm like, well, sucks to be you. Mine's working out just fine.
So I am excited about that, because now I can carry him a lot easier. And the look on your face. It's true though. Like I got to keep him up to date on things. But I am also a little bit worried, because what happens when I've spent all of this time and then Travis does something to the town, and
you've given him all access.
I know,
because now you can give all access or not.
And I'm gonna have to give him all access, because he is my husband. But at the same time, I'm like, do I really want him to be able to use the axe and the shovel? Like,
exactly.
I don't know if I should. Even with a new Switch, though, you have to, like, you've got another, like, they're going to be on your island, and you can have up to 8 people, and so I'm just like, okay.
I'm just worried, like, maybe if Rowdy has access to everything, that he'll put some type of weird design somewhere, and then I'll just perpetually see it.
See, Travis...
Like a joke.
Yeah, Travis is not mischievous like that, and I don't think he would I don't think he would do that
yeah,
to me.
see. Rowdy
not
would.
not
Rowdy
on purpose,
would.
but that's what I was about to say. I
Yeah.
know Rowdy would definitely
Rowdy would
do
definitely
it.
do that.
And probably every day just to mess with you.
Or if I leave my Switch out, and he'll just get on it and like
Yeah.
I've left my phone at home before,
Mhm.
and he's like taking like joking pictures on there and put it as my like background
Mhm.
on my phone.
He's gonna come up with a new design that just says like grape ape is a doo-doo head. And
Yeah,
have
probably.
It on all of your
Something like that.
pillows and
Yeah.
yeah.
Or just like poop, 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 poop.
Yep.
Like from Zelda.
Yep. Yeah, I can see that you're gonna have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
To have to
So
deal with.
I don't know if I'll give him access. I don't know.
Yeah,
We'll see.
I think I'll give Travis access because I feel like he's not gonna do anything on purpose. But at the same time, is this gonna cause like a big marital spat? Like, are we gonna fight over Animal Crossing because he ended up like, I don't know, moving,
Terraforming.
Yeah, terraforming
Something that you didn't want there.
or moving the flowers, or
Yeah.
putting a bench somewhere that he shouldn't have. I don't know.
Like right in front of your door.
Yeah.
Or
well, no,
no, he wouldn't do that
he
on
wouldn't
purpose.
do that, but Rowdy would.
Yeah.
So I do have some hesitation about that, but I think it's going to be good. And I know that like being able to play with like you occasionally, or mom and Gunslinger,
Especially if
Other
we
friends.
collect a different fruit or flower or something and we can share,
yeah,
that'd be awesome.
true. And
Yes.
Travis's one of his sisters plays a whole lot too, so I know that she's going to be way ahead of me probably as well. But
Yeah, because she's way ahead of us on that Pokemon Go stuff.
oh yeah,
Oh,
No,
yes.
she gets really involved in the stuff too. But yeah, I think it's gonna be neat. With you were talking about visuals and stuff. I thought it was cool that they're doing different types of trees, and so they don't all just look the same with the fruit on it.
Yes.
Like the cherry blossoms were really cool. That you can tell that it's a cherry tree just from that, and even the weeds in the different seasons. That changes.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and more visuals like the Northern Lights thing going on. That looks cool.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I saw a shooting star.
Yeah,
so-
because that brings up, are they going to have a constellation station?
Ooh, yeah.
I think they had it in a game before.
They did. Yeah, and you could use the telescope. I forgot who you talked to, but it was a specific person.
I wonder if it's one of the owls.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think it's one of the owls.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, is there going to be a constellation station for us? And then, can you, make star constellations?
Yeah, I think you could in the last
I
one.
think you
I
could.
bet they'll carry that over because this whole game just seems about customization on everything. So yeah, oh no, it's awesome. But like you said, living on the beach, and then I saw that you can actually have furniture outside.
Yes.
Beforehand you couldn't.
You just had to drop the furniture or
Yeah, and then it
whatever if
just
you didn't
looked
have
like
a
a
place
leaf.
for it.
But it
You're like,
actually will
"Man."
put it out there. It's so
Yeah.
cool. You could put fences and stuff, and I saw they one dug up a tree so they could move it. I don't know. Customization is awesome.
Yes.
But
And they're going to have all the dangerous insects back.
I did see that.
Yes, but they also showed like you can jump over one square of a water, and you can get away from them if
I
you just
didn't
jump
notice
over
that.
piece of water.
Uh-huh.
Yes, because it just drops off into the water. I guess it drowns.
Hopefully.
Like if scorpions chasing you or a tarantula.
Yeah, I saw those two, and then the wasps, of course, which
Yeah.
Travis hates in real life and in games. It's just
They can just go to hell.
Yeah, any sort of flying, stinging things. But I saw with I was wondering if dangerous creatures, if the ghosts were considered part of the dangerous creatures, or is it more than one ghost?
Yeah, because they did talk about it with the dangerous creatures.
Yeah.
That's what I was wondering too. So I guess it is, but I'm not too sure. It looks like you can actually talk to the ghost.
Yeah, and didn't you have a theory on the ghost? Was it you?
Oh, yes. They actually show in the direct, there's a tree on a hill, And right next to underneath the tree is a gravestone.
See, I did not see that, and I forgot to look the last time I looked at the direct because I remember you telling me about it.
Yes, and you can barely see it.
Mhm.
Like, I was watching another video and they actually pointed it out, and I was just like, "Oh, but they briefly show it,
Mhm.
but you would have to be like seeing all areas because the
Mhm.
main focus is like off to the left in that scene, when it's off to the right, top right."
Mhm. So, who did you think?
Well, since it's an island
Mhm.
and you always go visit the island, you talk to Tortimer.
Mhm.
So, is it Tortimer's ghost? Is it not Tortimer's ghost?
And did we inherit the island?
Did we
from?
inherit the
Yeah.
island from him? Because now he has deceased.
I think it's a really good theory.
I hope it's not that.
I know it makes a lot
Yeah.
of sense, but yeah,
Yeah.
it would be so sad if he were
he's-
dead.
Yes, I
know.
agree.
Around the same time as the dangerous creatures, I thought it was neat. They showed where you can do the quick change of items.
Yes.
But
But you have to get to a certain level
Oh, yeah.
to get to that I guess that detail in the
Mhm.
game. You have to like achieve something or buy it or something like that.
I think it's neat though that there's a lot of achievements now on this, so it's kind of like you have this progression
Yes.
instead of being able to do everything at once. But yeah, I was super excited to see that about changing your items, the tools and stuff, and then there was even with the storage, like putting away items in storage quickly with just like point and click instead of having to actually physically do it.
Yes.
And then the other quick one was a magic wand for changing your clothes that looked quick.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. So I like the quick change ideas. And within that quick change of items, I saw that it said like flimsy pickaxe, or not pickaxe, yeah, or flimsy shovel and flimsy
Yes.
axe. And so that makes it seem cool that those might be able to break, and then you could craft your own to make it sturdier.
Yes, that's what I understood too. Like you can make the flimsy ones and they'll break eventually. But it seemed like you can make them stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, so it'll last longer. I like
Yeah.
that.
And like they'll have like Nook Mile tickets.
Yeah, I'm excited about that too.
You can go to Mystery Islands
Mhm.
with it.
Yeah, so it looked like you get Nook Miles by doing tasks.
Yes, I think it's different tasks and collecting. I think collecting different things
Yeah.
too.
Like getting 10 of fish or 10
yeah.
bugs or whatever, and then you get a certain amount. And then it said that you can pay off your getaway package, because that's what this is considered, is the getaway.
Yes.
And then eventually you can exchange it for shopping, for like merch and then special items. And it looked like you could buy like special recipes and things.
Oh, really?
Within that. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I didn't know what ABD was, but like it shows that was part of.
ABD.
Yeah, I don't know what it stands for, and I was hoping they would show it in the direct, but
I wouldn't know, something like build design.
Oh,
I
maybe.
wouldn't even know what the ABD stands for.
yeah, that was the only thing. So evidently there's something else there for the miles, and then like you said, redeeming the miles for being able to go to the islands.
Well, the other islands have
Yeah.
different fruit.
I know, I'm excited about
So-
that, and other little bugs and things.
Yes.
And like I said, the island was my favorite on the last game. So the fact that you're already on an island, but then you get to go to other deserted islands that keep changing, that's going to be fun.
Okay, so you can store items in your recycle box, which I didn't even know. I think that's new. Recycle box, is that new?
That's how, no, because I remember there would be things that I just wanted to get rid of.
Oh, that's true.
And you could put it in there. But I seem to remember myself just storing things in there because my pockets were full and then coming back for it later. That I just kind of figured out, like, way back when.
Oh, I would just drop them on the ground.
Yeah.
And then come back for them later.
But the cool thing about the recycle box was if you were doing they showed that there's the leader and the follow the leader aspect. So if you're playing with, like, let's say 4 people and you get to choose who the leader is.
I think you can only play with yes, the max you
Yeah.
can play with is 4.
Correct. Yeah. And so you can still dig up things and catch bugs and all of that, but since you're not able to look into your inventory, it all goes to the recycle box at the end, and you can go and pick up your items from the recycle box.
Oh, okay.
So I thought that was a cool little way to do that, so you could still get the things that you were, chopping down or catching.
Yeah, and you can switch leaders, because depending
Yeah.
on who wanted to do what, like, well, I want to do this. Okay, we'll do this first, and then you, and then you just switch the leaders, and that
Yeah.
person can head up the team, I guess.
Get a chance to be head or head of the group, and I can definitely see that would be really good to be able to switch that easy if you had kids, because I would
Yeah.
imagine that they're going to be like, well, let me play. Well, hold on, Tommy gets to do it for 5 minutes, and then you get to, and it's not a big
And it's
issue
a
having
good
to change it.
regulation
Yes.
of the kids sharing the game.
Yes. Very good point.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's actually where my brain went. I'm like, yes, good.
Uh-huh.
Keep the peace.
Yeah. It looked like a couple of things, like with the facilities, some of them were gone. So like the airport, when they first showed the airport, it talked about how you can invite players to your island and you can have up to 8 people at a time. And then I saw that that's kind of where the post office is now, to write the letters and be able to
Yes.
send things. So it's a little different there. And it also looks like maybe that's where you can keep up with your bells.
Maybe.
Yeah, because that briefly was shown.
What animals doing the airlines? Is it dodo?
Yeah,
A
I know.
dodo. That's what it is.
I was laughing to Travis. I was like, "Oh my gosh!" I said, "You're flying to an island on Dodo Airlines." I'm
Yeah.
like, it makes sense because real dodos, they couldn't fly.
Yes.
So of course they would need airplanes for that. But I said, but I don't know if that really bodes well because they're extinct.
Yes.
So, what should I have confidence in these people? But I thought it was cute. Their names were Wilbur and Orville,
yeah, I thought that was
Yeah,
cute too.
like the Wright brothers.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, are we the only ones that picked up on that? I don't-
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not. Yeah. so, couple of neighbors and possibly more later that will be in your game. What you get, like, what, 2? I don't even know how many.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't pay attention to how many you
It
start
didn't
with.
look like that many at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know what we started off with New Leaf, but it seemed like it was more than just 2. Or
Yeah, I feel like because you were already going to like visit at the island and then move in, so I think there were a lot more than just 2. But since it is the deserted island and you're coming to it first, I don't know.
yeah, I don't know either.
But I thought it was also neat that you can, like, if you like a particular animal and you come across them, then you can ask them to come and live on the island.
Well, you did that with New Leaf, too, when you had that campsite set up on your New Leaf.
Oh yeah,
But they could reject you.
true,
They rejected me a lot.
true. So we just have to woo them better, I guess.
I don't even know. I would give them gifts galore and still nothing. And so, additional buildings would be museum, shop, tailor, campsite, campsite to invite others, like in New Leaf.
Yeah, the different guests.
Yes, and museum. That
I'm so
looks
excited.
beautiful.
I'm so excited for the new museum.
I am too. And it looks like they're not going to have artwork yet in it, but I'm sure there's going to be an addition for it at some point in time.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
In an update.
Maybe, hopefully. I want it because I loved collecting the artwork
Yes.
and then going and seeing what I all collected.
Yeah, I liked it too. But man, the museum looks huge. It's so cool.
Yes.
And I love that it's more interactive because you can actually, like, I know you could see the things last time, but like they're actually in an exhibit. Like there's the aquarium and there's like the butterfly garden or whatever,
Right.
and you can actually walk underneath your dinosaur bones.
Well,
And
I saw that in the bug insect section.
Uh-huh.
Like they have a break room, And then when you go inside the break room, they have this line of ants going to the sugar cubes that are on the coffee saucer.
That's cool.
I
See, I
thought
didn't even notice the break room. That's
I
cool.
don't think they showed it on the direct. This was another
okay.
video I watched.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh, that is so cute.
That is. That's awesome.
And
the
I don't
fact
know
that
if you
it's in the
collect
bug
ants or
section.
they're just there
Yeah.
automatically.
Yeah. That's really cool.
Yes, it is. I'm super excited about the museum. Out of all of the different buildings that are going to be there, I'm excited about the museum.
Yes, that's my favorite out of all of them too.
Let's see.
I saw that there was going to be expanded resident services though. So if you don't like the tent, you can build your own house, and then you can
Yes.
remodel and move it up. It looks like 3 different times, and then you end up with the main room and then 3 other rooms offshooting from it. And you can customize the house just like you can customize the furniture, so make the roof a different color or the mailbox, and you can move it.
Yes.
Did you see that?
Yes, with Isabel.
Yes.
She'll finally show up. I think she'll show up. I don't think she's at the beginning of the game. I
Mm-mm.
think she shows up when you're able to get to move it and have exterior designs on the house.
Yeah. I just thought that was so cool because if you get tired of being on the beach, then you can just have it moved. That's awesome.
Yes. I love that idea too. I'm like, so I'm just not stuck in that one spot.
Mm-hmm.
That's like with New Leaf.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I guess it's it.
I know, because then it's like buyer's regret if you end up, oh, well, I spend more time over here. I wish I would have built it over here.
Yeah.
But now you have that option. And then the visitors, it looks like we're still going to get some of our older merchants and stuff from the
Yes.
past. So I saw the carpet camel.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes. I like getting the different carpets from him.
Yeah. And
Him. I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember if it's a boy or a girl either.
Maybe it wasn't a gender specific.
Maybe not. And then the turnips pig. And
Which is a young one, not an old one.
oh, really?
Yes, it looks like it's a new character
Oh.
coming into play.
All right.
Just like with the when you do the bugs, like when you go and catch the
Mhm.
bugs for the tournament, it's a new lizard
I saw
now.
that. His name's Flick.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw. And then there's also fish tournaments, and his name's CJ. I think.
Yes, so they're having new blood coming in.
Yeah. But there's still the shoe skunk. Kicks.
Oh, kicks. Yes.
Uh huh. And I know.
The shoe skunk. Yeah.
But I'm wondering if Red's gonna be there.
Oh, sketchy red.
I know he was sketchy, but I kind of liked him.
I kind of liked him too. It's like, am I getting a good deal?
I know.
I don't know. You make me feel good about this, but I don't.
And sometimes,
I don't trust you.
sometimes it was a good deal, and then other times I'd be like, "Darn it, Red,
You got me.
yeah, you definitely made me pay too much for that, and then I'd be all mad at him, but I'd still end up going back every
Yes,
time.
Every time. Yeah.
So I'm hoping he'll show up.
You're gonna be able to build bridges and ramps and slopes and ladders and
I
pole
know.
vaults.
I think island construction is one of the biggest things that I'm excited about.
I'm excited because I was designing the inside of my house and everything, and I'm like, okay, now I get to design the land.
I know.
Yes.
And like I don't know, the interior design, like I said, I was never really big on that, but I love the fact that I can do all the outside stuff, because I always thought, oh, it'd be
Yes.
nice to be able to have like a fountain here, or
Yes.
let's have like a little sitting area. But I mean, the fact that they give you more than that, and you can actually make a ramp, or like I said, I like to go fish, so I can just dig a hole straight through a cliff and go right to the beach.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Or just do some terraforming and have a waterfall come down into a pond.
I know. It's awesome.
Yes.
And then paths, like, I know that's a lot smaller than the terraforming, but just the simple fact that you can make like paved paths with stone or gravel, or make stepping stones.
And I'm guessing you won't be able to just accidentally kick it and it goes away.
No, it didn't
seems like
look
it
it.
stays.
Yeah,
Yes.
because even to make like the angles or the curves on it, which I thought was nice
That
too.
was really cool. Yeah.
Like you have to do a sweeping motion with I don't know, a
A
brush
special
or something.
spatula or
yeah.
something. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's exciting too, because now, like you said, it really can be your own.
Yes, and you can move trees. You don't have to like totally kill a tree because you don't want it there.
Replant it, and
Now you can just take it and move it, and here it is. You're gonna be here now.
Yeah, it's awesome. What about the Nook phone? What do you think about that?
I'm not too sure. I'm a little confused about why you would use it. I'm sure like they made it for a reason, but I'm like, it seems like you can get lost at some point.
Yeah, I was curious about that.
Yeah, me too. Or stuck somewhere because you terraformed and now you're stuck and you can't get out.
Yeah,
that's the only thing I could think of.
But I thought it was interesting that that's where all of your like options are now. With the app. So like the camera's there and then the map's there. I saw that there was a recipes section, so all the recipes that you learn are there. There were other things, your Nook miles you can keep up with. I saw there was a passport. So I guess that's maybe
for going to islands, I guess.
Yeah, maybe your friends' islands or something.
Maybe.
You can just click off of it from there. You keep all your designs that you make within there, and then like you said, the rescue services if you get lost or if you can't move. That's what I was confused about. It's
Me
like
too.
If you can't move.
I'm like, how do you get lost on this island? Is the island that big?
Yeah. And then it doesn't show who your rescue crew is.
But they have the sounds and everything. It sounds like Rossetti.
I know. That's what I was wondering.
Yes.
I kind of thought, because I know he's no longer the reset guy.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're getting rid of him. So he's bound to have a new job. And it looked like the person that was, or the animal that was doing it was like, what's this button over here? So almost like they're getting used to their job.
Yeah.
So that would be fun. And then the other app was Call Resident. So they said it was a party play for you to explore the island together. And so that was that following the leader thing.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
So, and you're able to use amiibo and amiibo cards.
Yeah.
And I'm not too sure, like, if that's how you can invite other characters to your island, or they have, like, this Phototopia area. Now, you can set up an area, and like a staged area.
Yeah, like a photo shoot.
For a photo shoots. Like, if you want to do different types of photo shoots with these different animals, like, you can just use your amiibos and amiibo cards.
Yeah, I was wondering if there was more to it than just staging.
Yeah, I'm wondering too, because I'm going to be honest, that doesn't sound too interesting for me.
Me neither.
But I wonder if they're going to do something else with it.
Yeah, I was hoping there'd be more to it, because I even like wrote in my notes that I put meh next to that part, because it was just like meh. It's like meh. It's okay, I guess, but
Rowdy's shaking his head at me.
I just that doesn't interest me. Yeah. But maybe some of the kids, those kids with them selfies, I don't know, maybe they'll be more interested in that.
I guess if you're interested in doing different photos with your favorite animals.
Yeah, I guess so.
And you want to post it online somewhere, because I know you had that option when New Leaf posts some photos online with your DS, so I can see you probably do that with your Switch.
That's true. But it did show some of those online apps, so you can scan the different QR codes.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Yes. And that's how you can get, like, if you have an old design with New Leaf that you want to have it come over to there, you can get that. And there's something with Pocket Camp, too.
I know,
that
I
you
saw
can
that.
Have that, like, come over, too.
And I was thinking, whoops. So much for deleting it. Yeah, I know. And then there was chat and also voice chat with friends. Through online, so that'll be cool. I don't know that I'm gonna use it.
I probably won't use it.
Yeah,
I'm not as social.
Me neither. But I can definitely see that would be a positive for a lot of people.
I mean, I could probably maybe do that with Rowdy, with y'all, but I don't. Nah.
Yeah, it's I don't know. A lot of cool stuff looking like it's gonna be there.
So, and they're also going to have, like, a service backup under certain circumstances. Like, if, I don't know, you lose all your data, or you lose your Switch or whatever.
Yeah, I saw if it, like, gets stolen or something. There's a way to get back your information.
You get free updates. I'm like, it better be free. I'm like, what? No.
Yes.
I'm not paying more.
No,
I'm already spending a lot of money on this. We bought a second Switch in our household.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna talk about because that's been kind of the debate in our house right now.
I'm all for a second Switch.
Yeah, Travis just in the background. So I keep saying that we don't need a second Switch. But he
But it
disagrees
sure is
with
nice
me.
to have that second Switch.
I agree, but here's my problem. I know that if we get a second Switch, then it's going to be like the catalyst, for me. Like, oh, here's your own Switch, now you can play anytime you want to, more than you
Yes.
already do. And I'm like, do I really need that?
Yes.
No.
Yes, you do. Yes.
Oh, no, I don't think I do. I'm thinking of all the productivity.
You're going to be one of us, Robin. You're going to be one of us.
One of us, yeah. No, that's what I'm scared of though, because I've seen with Stardew Valley, I go 21 hours straight before Travis takes the Switch away from me, and I'm just like, oh man. But if we're sharing a Switch, then I have to allow him to have some time on the game as well. But also, I mean, I know you're talking about like, oh well, he'll want to play too, but I've already stated before that I'm pretty much an Xbox widow. And he plays all those games on Game Pass, so that's been his like baby right now. So I don't think he's gonna miss the Switch all that much. But
We will see.
as he laughs in the background.
I know Rowdy would miss the Switch that much. He brings it to work. He brings it
Yeah.
everywhere we go. Like, that is always with him. So I know I needed my own.
Yeah.
And I'm glad he got one for
Travis does bring it a lot of places. He doesn't bring it to work unless he's letting the kids have like a game day. They do something special and then he'll let them play like Smash Brothers and stuff on his Switch. But he'll also bring it on like car rides, like if we're going to visit my parents and it's 14 hours away, so he's got something to do. But
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, Rowdy brings it over to my dad's
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. It's fun because
Just to have a little de-stressor.
yeah. My dad usually ends
Yeah.
up being the one to be like, "Oh, what you got there?
Plus,
Here, show me how."
Plus, my nephew loves Rowdy and
Mhm.
loves video games, so that is
Yes.
something they bond on.
Yeah, that's his our youngest niece. Rowdy always would play Switch with, and so it was after Christmas. Just randomly, she got a Switch because she's been begging for one, and
Mhm.
she's in probably 3rd grade, and so she finally got a Switch. But I think that her stepdad is hogging it.
Of course.
I don't think she minds too much, but from what I understand, he's been playing a whole lot of Diablo.
Oh.
So
Is the new Diablo out yet?
no,
Or is there a new Diablo? Oh,
It's going to.
Okay.
yeah,
All right.
but
Off topic.
yeah, I know he's but it's fun. Oh, something else that I forgot. 2 things that I'm super excited for. The pole vault.
Oh, yes. I'm excited about that.
Yes. When I saw that the first time in that ad, I squealed because I'm like, yes, I don't have to walk all the way down.
around.
I know, and then back up to where I need to go. So I know that that's not going to make too much difference once you're able to build your own bridges and ramps and stuff. But since you have to build up to that point,
Yeah.
I'm super excited about the pole vault.
Plus, if the stream is small enough, you can hop over it without the pole vault now.
Yeah, that's true.
That is awesome. So if you're being chased by a tarantula, a scorpion, just hop over some water,
Yeah.
and then they'll just drown away in that river.
As those insects should. And then the other thing that I'm super excited about is stacking items in your pocket in the inventory. I'm so happy about that. Because in the past, you used to just have, like I was telling Travis, an apple, an apple, an apple, an apple, and it takes up 4 spaces. And then all of us, you've got your entire pack full.
Yeah.
But now it stacks with the same item, so you can have like 4 or 5 of an apple all in one space. But it also looks like the inventory spaces will expand over time too. So instead of
good.
instead of just
I'm
having
like, well, it still may not be enough
20.
room for me.
Yeah, no, it may not be, but it's nice that you'll have more than 20 at some point.
Oh, there's I think there's when you walk over the ground like in New Leaf, like there's degradation, like when you see your footsteps and then worn away, like if you walk there enough. I think they've done away with that with New Horizon.
Awesome.
So you don't have to worry about like something wearing away. You're like, man, that doesn't look too good. This is worn away and looks terrible.
Yeah, I hope that's the case.
I hope so. I hope it's definitely gone. And see, we talked about tools that are breaking. It's actually, they actually said it runs at 30 frames per second. So, and possibly it's in 1080p. Maybe I haven't gotten a confirmation about that yet. So I can definitely tell the difference in how it looks and more details in it.
Yeah, I can definitely tell the details. Travis is such a stickler for, the quality of it, whether it's 1080p or the 720?
Yeah.
But I don't know what it is about me, but so much of it I can't tell a lot of difference on that. But he's like, that's because you used to watch old movies where you couldn't tell. But but like he can be like, oh, this looks terrible. I'm like, what's wrong with it? Not as much detail. It looks fine to me.
Yeah. I can notice the difference when every time it upgrades to something better. I'm like, this is beautiful. I didn't know it could be this way anymore. Oh my
True.
gosh.
Well, on some of those, you can definitely tell a huge difference.
Yes.
If it's a beautiful scene and then you can see every individual leaf, but some of it doesn't matter.
I think that's how this is going to be. Like, oh my gosh, am I actually in this world of Animal Crossing? Especially with the museum. Like, I know we keep going back to the museum, but it's so amazing looking.
I agree with you. That's one of my most anticipated things, is being able to walk among the things that I get.
So go try to collect as much as I can that first day so I can walk in the museum.
I know. I already love to collect them. I mean, that's usually the first thing I do whenever I catch something, is go to the museum and make sure I already have it.
And so they're not on the maps. When you choose your map, they're not showing any buoys in the ocean. So there's no swimming in the ocean yet, at least. Yeah.
No.
So no otter appearing. Maybe not at first.
I hope that's something that they add, because
I hope so too.
I loved being able to swim and then trying to catch whatever sea cucumber.
Yes. I mean, why wouldn't they add that in later on? I just don't understand why they wouldn't.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I mean, like they had Gulliver in there.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, so surely they'll have the otter.
Yeah, exactly. I'm hoping, but I don't think they'll have it at first.
Yeah, and that's okay, because it even showed with like KK Slider. Where someone tried to put the amiibo, and it's like, oh, he can't come at this time.
He's not available right now.
So
he's off on tour. Now, I don't know if that's what they said.
No, but that would be funny for them to put.
He's off on tour. He can't come right now. And your character, like, if you want your character to have facial hair, you are able to have facial hair. Now, I think you're able to use it as like an accessory, like glasses. So I don't know if you can wear glasses along with the facial hair or not.
Yeah, when I saw that, I'm like, oh, Travis finally gets to have a beard, like he does
I
in real
thought
life.
the same thing about Rowdy.
Yeah.
See, there's different accessories you can buy for your Switches.
Oh yeah, you've been talking about one that you're trying to decide.
I see videos of the stickers or the sleeves you can buy for your Switches. And I'm like, oh, that looks so good. It looks so beautiful. I kind of want to do it. And then I go and look at it on Amazon. I'm like, but is it worth it? Is it worth the money how often am I actually going to look at it?
True.
To put on these sleeves and stickers. Because you can buy sleeves for it, or you can buy stickers, or both. And I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, The special edition one looked pretty cool, I admit. But then it's like, do you want to spend extra money? But not that matters because I
And
think
it's
they're
not
all sold
that
out
much more
anyway.
money, but it's just like I'm really trying to be more mindful of like what I'm buying with my money. Is like, is it worth it for me?
Yeah,
Will it bring me that much more joy to my life?
correct.
Yeah. I mean, is it something that I'm just gonna just continuously look at and like, oh my gosh, it makes me so happy? Probably not.
Yeah. But you did say that you're getting something specific in that has a little Animal Crossing.
Yes, I'm getting a Pro controller that I forget is by another company, not Nintendo, but they have been designated to make this stuff for Nintendo. And
Licensed.
it has KK Slider and the Nook kids, Tim and
Timmy
Tommy.
and Tommy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited about it.
Yeah.
It doesn't have amiibo capabilities on it, but it's still gonna be awesome. And there's like certain buttons on it that you can program to do whatever you want.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, really?
Yes.
Ooh. I was thinking I probably need to get a Pro controller anyway because my wrists, I got carpal tunnel, so holding the thing a certain way is.
I want options.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Pro controller always feels better. So
Yes.
I don't know. When you mentioned that, I'm thinking, well, maybe I'll have to look into getting one. But actually being able to program the buttons,
Like not all the buttons. There's certain
Right,
buttons
certain
on-
ones, I know.
Certain ones.
that's
I think
exciting.
they're like on the bottom of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that might be worth it then.
Mm-hmm. And then if you have a Switch Lite, which I don't, they're
Me
a little
neither.
bit smaller. You can't detach the Joy-Cons. But they do have sleeves for your Switch Lites that are Animal Crossing prints on them. Now, I heard like they can make your hands sweat a little bit
Oh,
because of what they're made of. But I'm like,
because it's like
fabric.
fabric.
It's not fabric. It's like this like rubbery plastic stuff.
Oh, okay.
That it's like it just go. How can I describe it? Like your phone, you put that protection
yeah,
case
so it's
on your
slick.
phone. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like that, but it's like really glossy and kind of slippery. So I'm like, well, I'm glad I don't have a Switch Lite
Yeah.
because I would want that case on it, and
Then it'd be gross.
then it'd be gross.
Yeah.
I have to constantly clean it. Yeah, that's all I had for this. Did you have anything else to add?
No, that was about it. I think I went through everything, and if I didn't, then you definitely touched everything. So
That's pretty thorough.
yeah,
I watched several videos.
yeah,
I'm obsessed. I can't wait for March 20th.
yes, I'm super excited too. Like I said, I just wish it had been at the beginning of spring break, but that's okay. Plenty of time to be playing this throughout the year.
So I guess that's going to be it for today.
Yep.
I hope you enjoyed this side quest into the world of Animal Crossing. Be sure to check us out on Twitter at Lamer Gamers Podcast and on Instagram at Lamer Gamers Cast. Also, be sure to tell everyone you know to check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and just about anywhere else you cast your pods, except the place that shall not be named, iFartRadio. Anything else to add?
That's it.
All right. See y'all guys later.
Bye.